What's on Your Mind is sponsored by ACC 339 Dudley Road, New Style Radio 98.7 FM, Breakthrough Studios, and Reggae Jam Jam.
Good afternoon, guys. How you doing? Welcome to another program in the series What's on Your Mind. I am Carl. The program is produced by Breakthrough TV. How you doing? Hope all is well with you. Let me say thank you for tuning in, guys, wherever you are. I got to tell you, it's the end of January the 31st. January, they say, has been a long month. We've made it. Yeah, November is up next. Absolutely marvelous. I got to say as well, I want to say thanks to all you guys who wish me happy birthday. Remember, I have two. You're going to ask me, why is that? I'm not going to tell you, but I do have two. I want to say thanks to our wonderful guest we had on the program last week, Sister Olive Brown. Not last week, the week before, we went here last week. Sister Olive Brown, let me say big shout out to you. Big thank you for taking part in the program. Also want to say thanks to all you guys who actually tuned into the program. Sister Marian Cameron, big shout out to you. My good friend Errol Taylor, how you doing? Hope all is well with you. Let me say thank you for tuning. The Richards family, let me say big shout out to you. Hope all is well with you. And all you guys who actually take the time to actually tune into the program. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the program. Also, leave your comments in the box. The comment is getting a little bit better and more and more. Please do that and keep supporting the program. Now, my very special guest this week. Wow, absolutely fantastic. I have a great brother in the studio. He has been a compere, he has been a singer, he has been a DJ. He brings some of the biggest artists on the stage right across Europe and in Birmingham. Yeah, I'm talking about none other than the one and only great Mr. Jaco Melody. Jaco, how you doing,
Bless.
Sir?
Greetings.
How
How you do, Carl?
I'm all right. How you doing?
Boy, we are here.
We are
As
here.
you say, we are here.
We're here. Let
Yeah,
me say,
man.
welcome to Breakthrough TV.
Yeah, man, respect.
How you-
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, you're great. You're absolutely great. How's your day been?
Today's been a stressful day.
Serious?
Like work and stuff, and
Yeah.
you just want to go home and chill out.
Yes.
Cause say the next couple of hours you have to get up and start again.
That's right. Yes.
So yeah, it's just like that for me at the moment. But yeah, things are on the horizon for me. So I'm not worried. I'm good.
That's great. And you've had a wonderful career over the years, I have to say. We're gonna go into it later on. And you've also had this what we call The Voice. Before The Voice, there was Jaco Melody, The Voice. I wonder if you can give us some of that voice.
Well, it's not me say the voice, it's the people.
Is that you said The Voice?
It's not me say it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they call us the voice of the Midlands.
That's right.
Yeah, we've done millions of adverts. I have to say millions because it's been going on for a good while. We've had some major adverts on pirate radio stations in the Midlands for a very long time.
Yeah.
Even up till nowadays, kids come up to us
Yeah.
and say, "Oh, you're Jaco. I remember that I was at a funeral the other day.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Madame Bertha,
Yeah.
the Sewell family, Mary, Rose, and their mother.
Yeah.
No, I haven't seen Mrs. Sewell for a good while.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And the first thing she said to me, she said, "Jaco, you're still doing advert. I don't hear you. The chicken advert are the baddest one." I couldn't believe it, brother.
Yeah.
I said, "Mama, you remember that?" She said, "Oh, you mean me still sing it?"
That's great. That's great. That's great. I'm gonna ask you to do that voice for me later.
You know something, I should have keep my mouth shut.
I'm gonna let you settle down. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna let you settle down, and later on, I'm gonna let you do
Okay.
that voice for me later on. We'll get more when we get into the program, because I know we're also gonna talk a lot about music and your brand new album and a whole lot more we're going to talk about.
Okay.
All coming up on the program. But as you know, I always look at a few things that's happening across the world, you know what I mean? And you can pass your comment if I ask you to, if you want to, you know what I mean? Depends, you know what I mean? So guys, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the program. Now, London. Let me look at London. A man with a crossbow was shot by police in the southeast West London. The Met Police actually said he had been threatening a lot of people. And it was like they had no other choice. They've actually tell him to calm down, and he wouldn't. And so it actually ended up shooting him. And as I said, he was threatening a lot of people. About 5 o'clock in the morning, trying to get into the building. You know what I mean? So he was actually taken out by the Met Police, and that is their report that actually is coming from them. So we don't actually know exactly what was going on there. And I say this happens 5 o'clock. And on Tuesday morning, which is absolutely sort of ridiculous. You'll be thinking you'll be going to work or something like that. You know what I mean? So those sort of crazy things still goes on. You know what I mean? So it's just one of them things. Now the other thing I want to look at is a nurse. Now this happens 19th of January. Now a nurse has been struck off the nursing registered after being found to have used abusive language to black people. I don't like to say that, but this is what the nursing agency is actually saying that. And she was accusing of her colleagues of calling them the N-word, the BS word, and no offense to anybody, this may offend somebody, and calling them monkey. So the nursing midwife counselor has decided to suspend her. They've decided to just struck her off. Kinga Liginski comments, the nursing authority says this shows a deep problematic situation for black people and jeopardize the safety of patients. So she actually been struck off. Jaco, any comment there?
Why, may I tell you, I don't know what's wrong with the place. The whole world is well, I don't know. I ain't got no comment.
There's nothing what you can say.
No, I can't say anything.
And you see it still going on in times like these.
I don't want to be nasty.
I know.
Yeah, bro. Wow.
No. Are you a football fan?
Yes.
Yeah, which is your football team?
My team is Man City and Aston Villa.
Man City and Aston Villa, right.
Yeah.
Now, your team is not involved in this. my next story, police made some arrests at West Bromwich Albion.
Oh, yeah, I've seen this.
At the Hawthorns. And on Sunday, they was actually playing in the tie, the FA Cup tie. And the match was suspended for about over an hour because fans started fighting on the pitch. They invaded the pitch, and there was a big fight going on. You know what I mean? So, as I say, police said they had to make some arrests, and they invaded the pitch. Invaded the pitch. I should say, Wolves did actually win 2-0. Yes.
That's why they were fighting.
So that was the.
So who was fighting? So, was it the both parties? Or?
Yeah, both set of fans was actually fighting, and some fans was hurt as well, and some police was actually hurt.
Yeah, cause it's not a play thing.
In that situation, you know what I mean?
In that situation, it's not a play thing. No, you're playing with your life.
It's not a play thing at all. You know what?
And it's football. It's a game.
You know what?
Some of them take it too seriously, I think.
I'm going to tell you a little story about football. You know? I've only ever been to a football match once.
Well, join the club.
And you know why? When I first came to this country, my friend, and I wasn't living far from this football field.
Okay.
You know where it is. Well, I told you where I lived before.
Yeah,
I wasn't living very far from this.
I want my team.
And when I came to this country, my colleague I was going to college with, he says, Carl, let's go to the football match. I can remember the match now. Aston Villa was playing Arsenal.
Okay.
And I used to heard a lot about these Arsenal players back in the day, Charlie George and all those great footballers. And I went to this football match, and we went in there. And all I could hear, they were singing this N-word. We hate you, we do, we hate you. You know the one, we do, we hate you, and we do, we hate you, and we do.
And it's been endemic in football for years. It's not just now.
No, and I say to my friend, listen, you know, and I was supporting Aston Villa. People will say to me the game has changed, blah, 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 over the years. I was actually supporting Aston Villa. And I said to my friend, let's go. And we slowly
come out of the place.
Because the team I was supporting, the fans was being abusive to us. And we slowly come out again. And you know what? I love the game.
I love football too.
I love the players.
Yeah.
But the game, it puts me out for life.
And some of the fractions of fans.
Yes.
And it's a fraction.
It's like if you I've done engineering, and if you ever have what you call an arc eye, welding, electrical welding, if you ever have what you call an arc eye, and the light goes in your eyes and strikes you, and you remember it. That's what it did to my brain. I remember it for the rest of my life.
Okay. Well, I'm going to tell you a story as well.
Yeah.
The first ever game I went to as well
Yeah.
was a Villa game.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Aston Villa versus Coventry City.
Mm-hmm.
Me a fair run left a ground.
Serious.
Yeah?
Serious.
Cause Coventry fans, me have a little Villa scarf, you know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's me one, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know how I got into that.
Yes.
Cause I didn't have no ticket or nothing. But we got in.
Yeah.
When the game had finished, we're leaving. Walking home.
Yeah.
All I can hear behind us, oi, there's some Aston Villa.
There you go.
Let's get him.
Wow.
Me never run through Aston Park so fast in my life. And I don't know Aston Park like that.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
And I remember that to this very
Yeah,
day.
and that's as I said to you before. So we got something in common.
Yeah.
We've only ever been to a football match
Once.
as much as we love the game.
No, I tell a lie. I've been to another game. Blues and Jamaica.
Okay.
It was at the Blues
It was
ground.
at
I
the
don't know
Blues
if
gra-
Blues
it
was
at
playing
grounds.
Jamaica. It was
yeah,
at
yeah. I remember
yeah.
that match. I remember
And
that
when
match,
they
yeah.
were calling the names,
Yeah.
they were saying, "Who the are you?
I know.
Who the?" That was the. I'm saying, what's going on here?
I know.
Blues. Wow.
Crazy.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Crazy thing are going on in a football
Crazy
right
thing.
now.
Crazy.
All round.
All round. And it's, I mean, people have said the game has changed. I know there's people out there fight so much to change it.
Yeah, I
but
can. I see the changes,
and you can respect that.
but
yeah.
they're only small
That's right.
and
Totally.
minute
Totally.
to what is going on.
Yeah, totally. Right, let me move on. Now, tribute has been paid to Birmingham singer. Okay. Egerton Garfield Atkinson.
Fat
known
man,
as Fat Man.
the great fat man.
Great Fat Man. Whenever I see this brother, I always call him Symbol.
Yeah, cause it's black symbol.
Symbol. He's from the Hansworth group Black Symbol. He's paid his dues to reggae music. And they say he died. And there was a celebration of his life on the 26th of January at the King's Head pub. That has gone. So we say big condolence to his family and also his friends and all his fans. I said, a great brother. I shared the stage with this brother many more years ago. We was actually at the doing a show at the Merry Maid in Sparkbrook. And I recall that particular time I was just getting into my burning spear, you know what I mean, Winston Rodney. And I remember we did the stage and then he came off and he says, we was a reggae and soul band and some funky music we was actually playing. And they said there was a reggae band and we came on stage and they went on stage and it was absolutely fantastic. And I actually remember when he said, when he stepped off the stage, I said, man, you sounded so much like Burning Spear, Winston Rodney. And he said to me, you know, Carl, a lot of people say that to me. And from then, wherever I see him, you know what I mean, we always have a good conversation, you know what I mean. He's been to the building, I've been here before. And as I said, wherever he is, you know what I mean. I mean, a couple of months ago, I actually saw him at a DIY store, not very far from here, you know what I mean? And we actually had a great chat. So that is my memory of the great Fat Man.
Rest
you know
in
what I mean?
peace, Fat
We
Man.
say, rest in peace. You know,
The Atkinson family.
and big shout out to the Atkinson family. And I know you would have known them very
Yeah,
well.
man,
Also,
we know most of the family.
yeah,
I knew his brother Jeff that died before.
that's right.
And most of the brothers I know, Rhino, all of them,
Yeah,
because they were all in the band.
that's right.
And at that time, there was quite a few bands in Handsworth.
Yes.
African Star, Cornerstone,
Stone. Wow.
Black Symbol, Eclipse, Beshara,
Shara. So many.
Silver Shadows. That
Steel
was
Pulse.
Steel Pulse.
Steel Pulse.
Yeah, UB40.
Yeah.
But them never come till later down
later
after.
on, you know, I mean,
Yeah.
So,
Symbol make him mark in a Birmingham for
Yes.
a band leader.
yes, totally.
A man that stood firm for what he believed in. And we respect that.
Yeah, and as I said, many people would have called him this name, but anytime I see him, I say, Symbol, Wagwan! And that was it.
But you have to
Great.
know how to talk to Fat Man.
Yes.
You can't
Yes.
talk
yes.
to him no
Yes,
idiot way.
No,
else
no.
He'll sort you out
That's
quick
right.
and fast.
That's right, yeah, because he's sharp.
Yeah,
he's
you
very sharp. Yes,
you not take no rubbish.
As I say, God bless him. Rest in
Yes.
peace. Yeah. Now, music, still staying with music. Now, playing music throughout your lifetime. is associated with better memory, better brain power
You reckon?
in older people. And a University of Exeter has actually carried out this research with over 1,000 people. And people from their 40 and above 40, they've actually found playing the piano, playing the guitar, or playing a musical instrument gives you better brain power. It also
Whoa.
will prevent and stay off dementia.
Oh, yeah, I say.
Which is absolutely beautiful. But I've always thought music sort of improve your brain anyway, your memory,
yeah.
your memory. You know what I mean? Because come on, you can do this.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
always
yeah.
have to remember something.
Yeah,
you
you
have to
remember
your tunes
lyrics,
or your
remember.
artists or
Yeah.
whatever. Sorry. And if you play an instrument as well, you always have
Yeah,
to
yeah.
remember what to do.
And as well, they've always said that when you play music to the old folks with dementia,
Yes.
they remember where they were
Yes.
at that time
particular period of
when
time.
that tune came out.
Yes, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah.
And so I could deal with that.
Yeah, I could do that as well. I mean, like, I play an instrument, and one other thing about music, about playing an instrument, it probably be the same with singing, but you do singing. Once you play your instrument, you know, nothing else that coming
Yeah, yeah,
into your
there's
head,
nothing
you
else that
know.
can come in the zone.
Nothing else is gonna interrupt it. You may be going through some of the deepest problems.
Yeah, yeah, you
Once
forget
pick up
that.
that instrument and start playing it.
That's true.
Nothing else gonna disturb you, and nothing else.
That's definitely true.
So I would imagine that is a great help for your mental health as well.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
So I better start remembering some songs then, innit?
Guys, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the program. And I say, leave your comment on the screen and we'll see what you think, yeah?
Remember, you know, like, share, and you better subscribe. That's what come look for you. Okay? Bless.
Bless off, Jaco. Now, it has landed. The 24th of January, the Bob Marley One Love premiere creates a big buzz in Jamaica. The Duke of Sussex, Prince Harry, was there, and his wonderful wife, Meghan. One Love world premiere in Jamaica at the Carib 5 Cinema, Crossroad, Kingston. We go up a crossroad, we always say when we was back on yard. So it is good to see that. And actually, it opens worldwide on the 14th of February. And it is the imposing legacy of Bob Marley. There's been a few critics about that as well. And I say it only deals with actually 2 years in Bob Marley's life. The film was written by Ziggy Marley, and his family does a lot of contribution to the movie, you know what I mean? So, as them say, no one no better than a yard. So it opens a yard.
Definitely.
Yes. What do you think about that?
Well, definitely opens Jamaica because I not long come back from Jamaica.
Yes.
And everything in Jamaica was Bob Marley.
Yes.
Everything.
Yes.
Every shop you went into, every hotel is Bob Marley, first thing.
Yeah.
Without a shadow of a doubt. Now, the movie, I don't see it yet, so I can't really comment.
Yeah.
I'd love to see it.
Yeah.
Would I go to the cinema?
Let's see it.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe I can have a date night with the wife and say, let's go to the movies and we watch Bob Marley. Because I went to, when we were in Jamaica, I went to 9 Mile.
Yeah.
The first time I've ever been there. And it was an experience.
Yeah.
But I think they need to fix the place up more than they have.
Yeah. Have you ever been to Hope Road, Tough Gong?
No, I didn't. I've never been to Tough Gong. Because that's in Kingston. When I go to Jamaica, I don't really go to Kingston.
Okay.
Because bad man ends and, you know what I mean? And,
yeah, I understand that. I understand that.
Nah, man, Jamaica great, man.
Yeah,
Jamaica one of the greatest places me ever go.
Yes, I mean, we've talked about this movie. We talked about this movie from before when it was being talked about, when Ziggy Marley said he was writing the script for it.
Yeah.
So we've actually been talking about
they're lucky that Marley's involved.
Yeah, well, quite a few of the Marleys actually involved.
Yeah, so it wouldn't be the same if there wasn't.
Yeah. The only thing probably, as I say, it's only like, say, 2 years of his life. The Exodus album, within that period of time, and when he have to leave Jamaica because of his of his
so
allergies.
what about the shooting part?
Yeah,
That's
that's
in
it
there
as well. And then when he
Okay.
goes back to Jamaica to do the One Love
The One Love
concert with,
Peace concert,
with
yeah.
the two the two leaders,
Yeah, yeah.
Siag and
Manly.
Manley. Yeah,
Yeah.
So that
When
is,
the lightning flashed the night, when the touch
that is what it's
Okay.
possibly. And as I said,
Well, to be fair, I would go and see it.
yeah.
Would I go in a cinema?
I was actually saying to my producer earlier on, we know so much about Bob Marley though.
Yeah,
Maybe,
it's gonna be.
and I'm not criticizing them. We know so much about Bob Marley is that probably it's too early.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, I know family members who's actually known Bob Marley. I got family members who's actually talked to Bob Marley.
Okay.
And a lot of people dislike that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, there's story that I got family members that they always mention this man in the very, very early days that you never hear he's getting mentioned anywhere. He's never been written about. But
Okay.
there's a guy that was about Bob Marley and all those local youths at that particular time. They never mention him.
Yeah.
But you hear all kind of different stories. So I always think probably it's probably too early. You know what I mean?
You have to
As I
make
say,
it go there.
We know so much
Yeah.
about Bob Marley.
Well, that is it, because we know so much.
Yeah.
We're expecting more.
Yeah.
You get me?
Yeah,
And it's not like the people that don't know Bob, because that's what it's for.
Yeah.
The people that don't know anything about Bob Marley.
That's right. Yeah.
But my first recollections of Bob Marley, he came to do a show at the Odeon.
Yes, about 76. What is
Yeah,
76,
yeah.
75, 76?
Yeah, somewhere around there, so. And
Somewhere around there, so.
about 10 of we as youth
Yeah.
from down here, where I grew up, where I born and grew,
Yeah.
Dudley Road, say we are go a Bob Marley concert, we have to see Bob.
Yeah.
Could we get in?
You could get in. I
Get in where? We had to stand outside the back and listen to the songs.
And he hadn't break big at that time, was it?
No, it wasn't
Because
massive as.
He had recorded it. I think he probably had recorded the Natty Dread album.
Yeah.
But the No Woman No Cry, which he actually re-recorded at the Lyceum in London, that wasn't released yet.
No. It was early, Bob.
It was
early.
early. Bob.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And you could see that Bob was young. And we waited outside there till they came out. And them say, "Youth, what you do out here, so?" But they was hurrying to get to their bus and but yeah, that's my recollections of Bob.
I mean,
I didn't actually see him perform in the flesh,
yeah.
but I seen him outside.
Yeah. I've heard the early Marleys, like with Bonnie and Pete and Touch. From the Rocksteady days. Now I mean, a lot of people sort of talk about this album, but what really I love, and I would say that regardless of the criticism you've heard from people about the producer, I love the Natty Dread album.
Okay.
Because I think the Natty Dread album
is a bad album.
You know
That is one of his baddies.
Was a very, very significant album.
That's the one
after the split, from Peter and Bonnie.
Okay.
After the separation, don't forget.
Was that the one with the this track on it? Dread Natty Dreadlocks.
And the one Lively Up Yourself.
Yeah. And there was another one, Rockstone was my pillow.
Talking Blues.
Yeah.
That
is a bad album.
That is a track. That is a track.
That bad album.
That is a track when I hear when I say Cold Ground was my bed last night,
man.
and Rockstone was my
to this
pillow.
day, them lyrics
you actually put yourself
resonate.
You actually put yourself in that track.
It doesn't matter how many times you hear it.
Yeah.
It resonates the same every time you hear, and you probably hear more things that you never heard before. Yeah.
So I think that was a significant album. But you got to bear in mind, I still love the Catch a Fire album. I still love the Catch a Fire album. And the Concrete Jungle is a classic.
Don't get me wrong. All the Bob Marley tune them, to me, are excellent.
Great.
Excellent production. Yeah. Excellently put together. Excellently sang. Everything. Marvelous. Excellently mixed. And that is how I want my music
to be.
Yeah, it's got to be like that. Great. If it's substandard, I can't do it. Yeah. I won't do it.
Yeah. Nice. Absolutely great. Right, now my last story is West Indies has actually beaten Australia.
Well,
cricket. They haven't beaten Australia for 27 years. Okay. A young West Indian called Shama Joseph inspired the whole West Indian team, and he actually took 7 wickets
What?
in Australia and won the Test final by 8 runs to draw the series. It was a 2-match series, and this is actually what they say is one of the greatest upsets in the world of cricket history. Congratulations, West Indies!
Yeah, man. Bop.
Jaco Melody.
Yes, sir.
Let me say a big shout out to you.
Mad respect.
So, you're a singer, you're a songwriter, you've compared some of the biggest reggae shows that we've ever seen in the UK, and you've done a whole lot more. Where did it all start for you?
You have about 3 hours?
Let's go to just go to the time with Eclipse.
Okay.
The
Well,
good-
Eclipse
Yeah.
came about through being in this area where we are now.
Yeah.
I'd left my house my parents' house on Algernon Road
Yeah.
and walking up Dudley Road towards the hospital. And there used to be a shop called the Rising Star Record Shop. Is it Rising Star or? It was a record shop owned by Cecil Morris.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, I know.
And down in the basement, bands used to practice.
Okay.
This day that I was passing, Eclipse was down there,
All right.
but it was just music. There was no singer.
All right.
So I went into the shop. I said, Cecil, because I know Cecil from.
Yeah.
I said, Cecil, who's downstairs? He said, go and have a look. So I went downstairs because I'm usually always there messing about buying records or, you get me?
Yeah.
Went downstairs and these guys are downstairs beating this song. So I'm there watching them for about 10 minutes, 15 minutes. But I'm humming to myself.
Okay.
But they can hear me humming.
Yeah.
So they stopped. You can't sing? The rest is history.
Is it?
Yeah, that's where it started.
And that's the first time you ever saw us
Yeah,
sing?
yeah. That's the first time
first time
I ever sang with a band.
Is it? What about your parents? Was your parents into music, all that sort of thing?
Regular Jamaican parents.
Okay.
On a Sunday, songs are playing in the house
Yeah.
and you're doing chores
Yeah.
while the songs are playing.
Yeah.
So yes, my parents were musical, but not musical to that
Okay.
of being an artist or involved in sound system and that.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, my mum loved music, my dad loved music, and that's where I think it started from. Because we used to go to church, and I used to sing in the church choir.
Great. What about after that? What happened after that? Did you? Because I know you've had different journeys. Did you go?
Yeah. Well, the start of it was really sound system
Okay.
and chatting on the mic because everybody wanted to chat on the mic.
So you're a toaster.
Yeah, them time there.
Them time that's toaster.
And the first sound I ever talked on or went with was a sound called Sufferer,
Okay.
which used to be on the same road that we lived,
Mm-hmm.
but opposite
Okay.
across the road.
Mm-hmm.
Sufferer son Alpha and him wife.
Yeah.
Respect again. They're still around. I think they're still living on Algernon Road. And that was the first I my brother used to play the song, my big brother.
Okay.
'Cause I got a bigger brother,
All right.
Father B.
Okay, I've heard the name.
Yeah,
I've heard
Father
the
B
name.
is
I
my
didn't
bigger
know-
brother.
I didn't know he was your brother, but
Yeah,
I've heard
he's
the
my
name.
bigger brother.
Yeah.
I'm in the middle, then Big John.
That Big John.
Yeah, so there's 3 of us as brothers.
Okay.
The rest is sisters.
Okay.
And I got 5 sisters.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, and that's where it started. That's the first sound. Then I went round the corner from our road to Cavendish Road, where there used to be a little shubeen. Yeah,
What's a shubeen? I know what's a shubeen.
you don't know
You know what a shubeen is.
A shubeen
Come on.
is
For
a
some-
party.
For some of our listeners who don't know what a shubeen is.
Okay.
Explain
A
what a shubeen
shubeen
is.
is a party that is kept Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 7 days a week. Yeah, a shubin. So you're shubining.
It should be it, yes.
Yeah.
That's right.
And the sound was called V Rocket.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now that sound owner was Pato Bantan stepdad
Right.
and Mama Lillian.
Mm.
Mama Lil. Mad respect again. That was the first sound I ever played and spoke on in a dance.
Mm.
And I used to play their sound. I used to have to stand on 2 milk crates to get to the turntable because it was so high. And I was just a youth.
Yeah.
And till one day I went round there in the daytime, as we usually did, messing about with Pato and the kids, because I know the whole family. And I got bit by their dog. Cause Pato brought me round to the back. I said, come, you have to see the puppy them, come. And this dog that they had called Rex say, ooh, nobody now come round yesterday today. And jump on me and bite me and they carry me to my mom and mommy said, you be you. Serve it. Me not tell you if you stop got people yard. I'll never forget it.
Yeah.
And them beat me to that day there.
Is it?
Yeah. And his mama Lillian stopped them.
Wow.
I said, no, it's not like that. You can't do that to him. The dog just jumped on him. But yeah, my sound journey started from there.
Mm.
Then I moved up to Handswork. You know, we are youths, we walk everywhere.
We go everywhere.
We want to be everywhere where the sound system is playing.
That's right.
And the next sound that I got involved with was called Stubbs Hi-Fi.
Stubbs Hi-Fi, yeah.
Yeah, from Handsworth.
Mansworth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Radar and the crew, and yeah, they embraced us, and yeah, we had a good journey with them. Went all over the place. In between that, we were amongst Mafia Tone, Quaker, Sir Christopher.
Mafia Tone.
I remember one day I went to Rainbow with Sir Christopher. I was telling you this before.
So Christopher, yeah.
And moving the boxes inside because you have to go up steps. Cause I don't think they had no lifts them time.
I think there was.
There was a lift, but it was small.
But it was. You couldn't get boxes.
Nah, you nah get them box
yeah.
in that lift. No
that's
way.
Right, that's right.
Yeah.
The only place I remember like that as Rainbow was a place, I don't know if you ever, the Turntable Club in Bristol.
Nah.
There's a club in Bristol where you like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 flights. And you have
Okay.
to, we have to bring like a PA system up there.
Yeah.
You can't get it in the lift. And Rainbow was similar to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we were doing that, and the manager of the place came, and him see me going with some wire, and he said, he can't come in here.
Yeah.
He's too young.
Yes.
He can't come in here.
Yeah.
And Christopher them beg for we, you know. When me say beg, me mean beg. The man said, listen, you're not listening to me. He's not coming in here tonight. I had to go home.
Serious. How do you feel? How do you feel about that?
I felt like an ant, but
It
it was true because I was a youngster.
Yes.
So he was saying the right thing. 'Cause if anything did happen in there,
It's problems.
you get me, it's problem for everybody.
It's problem.
And yeah,
And,
Christopher,
and,
rest in peace, Sir Chris.
yeah, big condolence to Christopher.
The Morgan family,
The
yeah,
Morgan family, you know what I mean? Yeah.
of course.
It's funny that when he died, my friend was jogging with me, and he said, "You remember Christopher was always around here."
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I mean? Which
Cause we call him Manu, you know.
yeah, exactly. I tell you them days as well. A sound system guys. I always remember. You don't hear a lot about him anymore. Duke Neville.
Okay.
Duke
Yeah,
Neville.
yeah.
We used to call him Duke Neville Revel on
Yeah.
Rookie Road.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
My friend lives on Rookie Road.
Okay.
So we used to, and he had a record shop.
Yeah.
That was the record shop.
That's
so
right.
We used to go where we was going. We used to come back at Duke Neville record shop.
Stand up out there for hours. Yeah, man, I listen record. All right then, from that, from in Handsworth, messing around with sound systems, Naya, Jungle Man, the whole thing. There was some Eternal Youth.
Yeah.
There was so many sounds.
That's right.
You couldn't count.
You couldn't count it. Yeah.
One night I was walking home up Winston Green Road, just about to pass Winston Green Community Centre. Me hear some song a beat out of it. I said, nah, I gotta have a look in here. Because you know, anywhere we hear music,
This music is music.
we're stopping to
We're
look.
stopping to look, yeah.
Okay, went inside, and it's a little sound called Michael Hi-Fi.
Wow.
A player. It's a stereo, you know. It's not a sound. It's a stereo. But the noise that they were making inside Winston Green, it sounded like a sound.
Wow.
And one of the guys that were around it was Spangles. Spangles was Duke Neville brethren. Yeah? So that's how the link come there. So Michael Hi-Fi. So me ask them for a talk on the mic. The rest is history. Cause that sound took over the whole of Handsworth for parties, blues.
And everything else.
Yeah. Everything, everybody else come after. Wasifa, Ernie. The only people that were around at that time was Mighty Tools, which was a stereo sound. Ernie Hi-Fi, a stereo sound. Cosmic, which was bordering in between the two. And we played together all the time, all over the place.
Great. So how did you get into and you become a DJ? In this time you're a DJ.
Well,
you become a DJ.
I was the one that was playing Michael's sound.
That's right.
Me a talk, DJ,
Yeah.
pick the record, them play the sound. Me one stand up there all night.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
How was that? How was it?
At the time, it was just like a job.
Yeah. And are you still doing any recording as an artist, singing? Are you doing any
Well,
at that period of time?
this is the case
are
now.
you juggling both of it at the time?
I'm in two boats because I love the two things. So it's not one without the other.
Yeah.
But at the moment, I'm concentrating on an album that we've just put together
We're going to talk about that a little bit more.
of some old.
Of some other things. Yeah.
They're all old songs from
back in those times.
Yeah, all the songs on the album are 40 years old.
Okay, I see.
All of them.
So how did you get into sort of the big voice and the big presenting? And
Well, that was that.
And the MC, and you present some of the biggest reggae concerts in this
That's
country.
Hummingbird. That's Hummingbird.
Yeah.
That was our university.
Yes.
Lloyd Blake, Tony Owens, Bernie Dixon, them man there.
Yeah.
Nashai. Yeah. It was one night I had a band called Studio 2 Band. Me, Zaro, and Lighty. And we used to tour all over the place and play songs and do all what we did. And Lloyd Blake had a show the night.
Yeah.
So he said to me, Jaco, I need a support act to back. It was Winston Reedy.
Okay.
And he didn't have a support. So I said, I'll come. So I came with the band and we did a couple of songs, and that's where it started from. He asked me to introduce Winston Reedy on. Yeah. So I introduced him, not a problem. And it started from there. So from Winston Reedy,
somebody
Peter Tosh, Bonnie Wheeler,
wow.
Third World.
Well, what was it like? I know there's so many. What was it like? I'm going to ask you some words about how many. What was it like in bringing on Peter Tosh? The great Peter Tosh.
Well, Peter Tosh, as you know, is a direct brother.
Thank you. That's why I asked you the question.
No messing around.
No messing around.
Before he came on stage,
yeah.
I went to the dressing room, knocked on the door and said, "Greetings, Peter. What would you like me to say? Or what would you prefer me to say to bring you on?"
Yeah.
I can say something.
Yes.
But I don't know if it's what you're going to prefer. Him says, say what you gotta say to bring me on now. And I had to say.
I had to say it's
the great Peter Tosh. The man who not take no messing.
No messing.
Him said, that sound all right.
That sound all right.
Go with that.
What about Bonnie?
Bonnie was the same. Exactly the same. But he said, I want you to call the band the Philharmonic Registra.
Yeah.
So say Bunny Wheeler and the Philharmonic Registra. Now, after you've had 5 Heinekens and a couple of spliffs,
You can't say that.
that word or those words are hard to say.
Yeah.
Remember, me tell you, you've got to have it together. And yeah, there were.
Or was this Bunny Wailer? Because Bunny Wailer never traveled a lot at that particular period of time.
No, he didn't. It was a surprise for him to come
that's
there.
right. Yeah. So
he was there more than one night.
Was it?
Yeah, I think it was 2 or 3 nights he was there. The same for Freddie McGregor.
Yeah. Great Freddie McGregor.
Yeah, listen, man. Freddie ram out the place. Berries do the same.
Yeah.
There's whole heap of them. There was a queue round the corner.
Yes, I know.
It was unbelievable. Even I couldn't get in.
I mean,
I had to fight to get in.
I see some great actually. I see. I'll tell you who I saw there. I mean, away from Chevron Mars there. Chevron Mars there. I saw the Tamlins there.
Yeah, man, Tamlins there all the while.
The Tamlins was bad.
Yeah,
because the Tamlins, Michael Jackson was big at the time. And the Tamlins come on all in whites.
Yeah.
And they was doing the moonwalk to reggae music.
And that was it.
That was great.
Well, a couple of the shows I remember there was one night with Admiral Bailey.
Yeah.
Admiral Bailey, Tiger, Trevor Sparks. I'm sure Sanchez was there as well. I might be wrong. But that night, the roof was lifted.
Is there?
The same time as when Garnet Silk came there.
The great Garnet Silk?
Yeah, Garnet Silk came there and there was a stampede.
Wow.
And they had to come back the next night to do the show again.
Yeah.
But I didn't introduce Garnet. It was David Radigan that did it.
All right.
Because when the big boys come, you just say, carry on, man. It's okay.
So,
I still got paid, but...
Yeah. So how do let me put you on. I tell you, I was going to ask you for the voice now. So if you was introducing me on stage. Let's hear the voice then now.
Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, kings and queens, this is the big man from out of Birmingham. Him say him have a C with him name. So his name is Carl with a C. I don't know if him have any beach or river or land in between the sea, but I know him have a C with him name. So it's Carl with a C. Make some noise, Birmingham. I want to hear you now. Plap, 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 plap.
Absolutely.
That is it.
Absolutely great. Wonderful.
Yeah, man.
Absolutely fantastic. And we've heard the voice so many times over the years, you know what I mean?
Mate, I've been to places where I thought no one knew me.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And the minute me talk,
Yeah.
somebody, I know that voice.
I know that voice.
I know that voice is off the radio.
Yeah.
So yeah, it happens all.
How do you develop that? How did it come about? You just naturally come
It's
out?
just
Just naturally just
doing it a lot.
You just say you want to do that and that was it?
It's just doing it a lot.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed it.
Yeah. Because
So-
you can hear the sound of the
And you
enjoyment
can hear
that is actually coming out.
the tones of your voice
Yeah.
and I've done bad adverts, I've done good adverts.
Yeah.
But I've done bad compares and I've done good compares.
Yeah.
But it's how many times you do it.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you continuously doing it,
You
then
get better and better
yeah,
and better all the time.
it gets better all the time.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
Absolutely great. Right, so let's talk about the album. And this is your, because you've made a lot of tunes over the years.
Well, this is what I said.
I even played some of your tunes on the radio, so this is absolutely great.
These
And,
tunes are 40, 30 years old.
Yeah.
They're tunes that were Eclipse tunes, and they're tunes that I did when I was a solo singer.
Yeah.
So I've put them all together. I didn't want them to die a death of not being heard.
Okay.
So with all the technology nowadays, a lot more people will get to hear it.
Yeah. And what is the name of the album?
The album is called My Voice,
Yeah.
My Legacy.
Yes.
The first studio album on my own. I've done albums before with Eclipse,
Yeah.
been on an album with Steel Pulse, but that's a live album where we were doing a live concert.
Yeah.
But yeah, Yelevation Production, a young producer from Birmingham here who's doing some astonishing work. I call him the wizard
Okay.
because every time he produces something,
Yeah.
he blows us away.
What makes him so unique?
His sound
Is it?
and how he puts everything together.
Yeah.
I heard, before all this, I heard some of his songs. I was sent some of his songs to play on the radio. You know, I do a radio show
That's right.
on Sting Radio every Tuesday, 1 till 3 p.m. And I was sent the tune. The way the tunes sounded, I was drawn to it.
Is it?
Yeah, straight away. So I didn't know him at the time, so I had to get to know who he was and where he was based, and that's where the whole thing came about.
Yeah.
I went up to a studio in West Bromwich, Mellow Vibes.
I've heard of Mellow Vibes. Yeah.
Yeah, Murray Man,
Yeah, Murray Man. Yeah, I know.
big singer on the roots and culture circuit all over the world, all over Europe. And he asked me to come and do a dub plate for a roots sound that wanted a dub.
Yeah.
So at this time, Carl, I hadn't been singing for at least 20 years.
You haven't been singing for a while.
Yeah, I hadn't been singing at all. I was disheartened. I was all kind of thing.
In what context was disheartened? I understand the business, but from your perspective, yeah.
Well, the way the industry was treating artists that are new or artists that are not known like everyone else. And I was disheartened by that and what you had to go through, what hoops you had to jump through to get to where you wanted to go. I wasn't down with that.
Yeah.
So that's why I was comfortable with making adverts.
Okay.
That was good for me. I'm good. Trust me. And then we made this dub. And meanwhile making the dub, Murray Man said, I've got a rhythm. Do you want to hear it? So he played the rhythm. And the rhythm was quite nice, I must say. So I did a head tap on it straight away. And about 2 days later, I went back, voiced it again. And Murray Man said, I'm going to put this out.
Okay.
I'm saying, sure, Murray Man. Him say, yeah. And that was Into You. Are you into me like I'm into you? Are you into me, oh girl, just like I want you to be? Are you into me? That tune there.
Okay.
And it made some noise. So I said, okay, if it's making noise, then I can make some noise with these tunes.
Okay.
These same tunes what I did X amount of years ago. Let's see what they can do now. And I had did some tunes with a producer called Gadman.
Okay.
Philip Gadd.
Yeah.
He's a big music person in the industry. Anything about music, yeah, you have to talk to Philip. So this is years ago.
Yeah.
We did some tunes down at Steel Pulse's studio in Digbeth.
Is that Digbeth?
Yeah.
He's no longer there.
It's no longer there.
I know where it was.
Yeah, all right.
Passed it many times.
All right. When Steel Pulse weren't here,
Yeah.
we had access to the studio.
Oh, great.
So we had access to a 32-track studio, everything in there.
Yeah.
So Philip produced a couple of songs and he found one of the songs that I had sang and gave it to me and played it back to me. And I was in tears, Carl, because I hadn't heard that song for about 30 years, 40 years since it had been made.
And how did it
And
sound?
it was never released.
How did it sound to you at that time?
I
know you said you was in tears, but how did it sound to you
it
at that
sounded
time?
great to me. I would have released it there and then.
Yeah.
But Philip said, no, you need to do it again. And that's how the whole project came together. So I met James through VRB, which is Versatile Reggae Band,
Yeah.
who have had some hits out there with their songs, and decided to do Secret Affair
Okay.
again
Yeah.
and revamp it. So that's where it started from there. And this was in the COVID,
Yeah. Yeah.
when you couldn't go anywhere
Couldn't
or
do it. You couldn't
you
do
couldn't do
anything.
anything. So I decided just to put my head on that. And that's how all of these songs came about.
Great, great. And the album is released?
The album releases March 15th
Yeah.
on all platforms,
Yeah.
whether Spotify, CD, Baby, Amazon, whatever it is,
Everywhere.
everywhere. So we're looking for the support, and we've done a lot of work on this. So we want to see if the work comes through.
And tell us the name of the album.
My Voice, My Legacy, 12 tracks.
12 tracks.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Marvelous.
Some of the tracks have been released already. There's Secret Affair, Circles, a Dennis Brown old song, which I thought deserved some recognition again, because it's a song that not many people know.
Okay.
Blood for Them with Maccabee. Big respect to Maccabee for
Maccabee, yeah.
jumping on the song and doing it so quickly as well. Because Maccabee is a lyricist without limits.
Yes.
Let me tell you,
Totally.
anything you lay in front of him, he's coming with something conscious, upful, Rastafari-ish, and nothing, degrading.
Great.
He's always up there to the top. And the latest single, Do You Believe in Love? So there's 4 singles of it.
Marvelous. Absolutely great. And what have you got coming up next? Any shows you got coming up next?
Yeah, we got a couple of shows coming up. We've got a Valentine's show. It's a PA. February the 17th in Reading Jazz Cafe.
Okay.
Asked by the promoter to come up there. That'll be the first show I'll be doing for at least 10 years.
And you're still
on stage.
So you've gone back to the stage where you actually start enjoying what you're doing.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah.
So I have to say again, because you said to me you was out of it for a while.
Yeah,
so
I was out of it for a good while.
Yeah.
And then there's another show that's coming up, excuse me, in March with Glenn Washington and Turbulence.
Okay, where's that?
That's in Dudley.
That's in Dudley, yeah?
Yeah. It's not a place that I've been to before, but Dennis Lloyd, Robbie Levi, myself, and some DJs.
So you're looking forward to stepping back
Yeah,
on the
man.
stage and doing that thing.
Yeah, man, I'm looking forward to it, definitely. Because I have been on stage, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, no, I understand that.
But when you go on stage as a compere,
it's
it's 5 minutes.
That's right.
If that.
Yeah.
If you make it last 5 minutes, you're there too long.
That's right.
Yeah? So that's my stage thing for the last 20, 30 years.
Yeah.
I've not been on stage and done half an hour singing or 45 minutes. I don't know how some of them artists I do hour and a half, 2 hours.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. We used to do 2 45-minute spots.
That's long enough.
That's long enough. I say most of the time when we step and say we actually do 2 45 minutes.
Yeah, that's long.
That is long. And the trouble about that, the traveling was long as well.
Yeah, because you have to go far places.
A lot of places we play, we never played in Birmingham. A lot of places we was always playing outside of Birmingham.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it was.
Well, to be honest, Birmingham, for me, has not been a place that has showed us that respect that we think we should get. It's always when you go outside, you get showered with respect. And I said, well, if these people are doing that, why aren't my people at home doing that? And they know me. These people don't know me.
I know.
So, and I gathered that through touring with Steel Pulse.
Yeah.
Because here, Steel Pulse, they're not looked upon as a major reggae band that has hit the heights.
One of the biggest reggae bands in the world.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's when you go
I
out
said that many times.
and see the fan base
Yes.
of Steel
And
Pulse
the time they've been going as
and
well.
the time they've been doing this.
Yeah.
Okay, I went on tour with them 1991, 92, and it was 8 months in America.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that opened my eyes to a lot of things.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Trust me.
Steel Pulse are major reggae band, and if you know,
Major reggae.
yeah, me can't stop big up Steel Pulse.
I said it many times. And we had Unlock in the studio. And what a great brother he is. We had Unlock in the studio. What a fantastic brother.
Well, I can tell you something about Amlak. Excuse me. Amlak is the first reggae bass man, excuse me, may ever see crowd surf.
Great.
You ever see any reggae man a crowd surf? You have to go out one of the mad festival where mad music are play and them dive in at the crowd and and he went in the crowd with his bass and surfed with his bass. They had to take it off him.
Talented. Jaco, we're running out of time.
Okay, brother.
I'll tell you who could have said that. Anybody you want to say a big shout out to? Anybody you want to big up?
I want to big up Elevation Productions, James Crosdale. I want to big up Philip Gadd and his production team, his marketing team. I want to big up my wife. I want to big up my kids. I want to big up my grandkids. And most of all, I want to big up myself. Blessed love. Thank you for having me. Carl with a C.
Jaco, let me say thank you for coming in the studio.
It's been absolutely great. We could have talked all night. We only need some drink and two of the Cubans and we're nice.
I'm glad you love it. I'm glad you respect my brother. Thank you. I'm glad you love it.
Don't know, brother.
Don't know. Lots of respect. Right. Don't forget, guys, to like, share, and subscribe to the program.
Member.
Jaco Melody, big man, big man. Let me say thank you for taking the time out to come right here, Breakthrough TV. Guys, let me say thank you once again. Happy New Year. It's the end of January. February steps in tomorrow. Look after yourself. God bless you. Take care. Also, got quite a few more guests coming up into the program. Next week, I got a wonderful lady coming into the studio. And we got more guests coming up, a lot more guests coming up. So keep it locked to Breakthrough TV. What's on your mind with Carl Campbell. Jaco, thank you, sir. God
Respect, manners.
every time.
Breakthrough TV. We better watch and see it. Oh, you know what I mean?